What is up, guys? I'm here with my buddy Declan. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Since Beau Is Afraid is coming up very, very soon, since we both love the production company A24, we decided let's talk about our favorite A24 films. And as you can see, we're back in the Zoom meeting once again. I really missed that since we did the comic book films. So we got two top 10 lists coming up. So we got this video and we got another video coming up, which I'm not going to tell you. You guys have to wait till it comes out. But we're doing this with Jeremy as well. But this one's just me and Declan doing this one. So I'm definitely excited for this list. I think naming off the A24 films is actually easier than I thought it was going to be. Like I thought it was going to be very hard to do this list. Like, what do you think, Declan? How hard is it for you for doing this list? Like, is it hard?
Honestly, it was easier than I thought it would be because so many of these films I'd watched, I forgot were A24. The ones I put on my list, I forgot they were A24, so it was actually pretty easy.
Yeah, same here. Like I searched up some A24 films that I've seen, and I'm like, oh my god, that's an A24 film. Awesome, I love that film. I'm putting that on my list. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Are you excited for Beau Is Afraid?
I am. I like Ari Aster.
I do too. I don't mind Hereditary. I don't love it as much as everyone else does. I find it a little bit overrated, but I still liked it. I didn't like Midsummer though, so that's unfortunately not going to be on this list. But I heard really good things about this one. So, and I love Walking Phoenix. So let's pray. We're going to see that this Saturday, Declan and I. So it's going to be really exciting. So let's get started talking about our favorite A24 films, and we're going to start off with some honorable mentions, the movies that we still liked, but unfortunately didn't make the list. So, Declan, you can go first. I'll let you go first. We'll do you and me.
I don't really have that many honorable mentions, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say Ex Machina, which I've just recently seen, liked a lot better than I thought I would. Hereditary as well. Ari Aster did great for his first film, and Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler.
Wow, that's on your honorable mentions. Wow, that's
Yeah, yeah, that's a good ass movie.
yeah. I'm surprised that's not on your list. I'm really surprised. All right, is that it with your honorable mentions?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just making sure so I don't cut in. My honorable mentions. Some people will kill me. That's not going to be on the list. So this is our subjective list, by the way. So if you don't like any of the movies on our list, just let us know in the comments below what are yours. So that's easy as that. So mine is Lady Bird. Don't kill me. That's not on my list at all. I really enjoyed the film though.
That is on my list. I love that. I love Lady Bird.
Freaking knew it was on your list. No, but Lady Bird's a great film. The Green Knight, which I think it's a great film. Declan hasn't seen it, but I highly recommend check that out, Declan. That's a freaking great film.
I
Uh,
will check it out.
Room, Brie Larson. I really enjoy that movie. That's a very emotionally heavy film, and Jacob Tremblay, his first film. Green Room, Green Room, great film. Hereditary, that's on my honorable mentions, not on my list. Sorry for people who love Hereditary. I still liked it. Um, a very underrated film, Bodies, 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 that came out last year. I really enjoyed that film.
Seen that one yet?
That's actually a lot of fun. It's not the best. That's why it's on my honorable mentions, but I really had a lot of fun with that film. And the last, not on my list, I'm sorry, Good Time. But Good Time is a great film. Like it proves to me that Ron Pattinson is a great actor after that film. So
It
that's
is pretty has amazing range.
yeah, I love Good Time. Like that's the first time when I'm like because before that I wasn't a fan of Ron Pattinson, and then that film came out, I'm like, all right, he changed my perspective of him. He's such a talented actor, and I'm glad he's Batman. It was great.
Amazing.
Yeah. All right. Top 10 favorite A24 films. I'm really excited because none of us know what's on our list, so this is going to be interesting. So, Declan, what's your number 10?
My my number 10 is the Daniel Radcliffe and Paul. Oh no, wait, is it with Paul Dano? I forgot, but yeah,
Oh, shit, I forgot about
Swiss
that.
Army Man.
Fuck, I forgot about that one. Damn, that's on my
Swiss Swiss Army Man. That is a really good film. In fact, I think that might have actually been the first A24 film I watched.
great start. Very great start.
But But yeah, the trailer first intrigued me, and then I saw it on Netflix randomly one day, and I just watched it, and god damn, I really liked it.
Oh, it's so good. I can't believe I forgot to put that film. That's on. I'm putting out my honorable mentions. That's an honorable
I
mentions.
know Daniel Radcliffe kills it in that film.
Oh, he's so good. Like, Jesus, that film. I'm so upset I forgot about that film. I'm so pissed. Okay, my number 10 is this is definitely a one and only film for me, but I still think this is a great film, and this came out last year. Congratulations, Brandon freaking Fraser, The Whale. Now, The Whale is one of those movies where it's sort of like my perspective of 12 Years a Slave. It's so disturbing, so icky that I will only watch it once, but still, this is a fantastic film. Just my God, that film was so emotionally heavy. I was literally almost in tears during that movie. Just Brandon Fraser, like this is a great comeback for him as an actor, and honestly, after this film, I cannot wait to see him in more stuff. He's just
Yes.
fantastic in the film, like because like before he was in The Mummy, and remember watching Lunatic back in action as a kid. Um, but this
Oh,
and Bedazzled as well. Like when I was used to that Brandon Fraser back in the day, but I never was used to him as an actual great actor until The Whale came out. I'm like, he is fantastic in the film.
oh, man. The Mummy was my childhood,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I love the Mummy movies. God, the second one doesn't hold up that well. CGI Dwayne Johnson. Um, yeah, The Whale. It makes
I forgot CGI doing it.
it's ridiculous. Like, oh my God, even on imagine that on 4K, that'll be ridiculous.
It is on 4K, man.
Oh God, I'm getting out of 4K just to see how CGI Dwayne Johnson looks. Anyway, we're talking about The Whale. Um, another
We
video.
could go down to JB right now.
I know I can. Um, yeah, this movie, like, it makes you very scared about eating as well. Like, there's a lot of scenes where you see Brendan Fraser eating, and it's disturbing as hell. And the rest of her performances are great. That girl from Stranger Things, I forgot her name, Cindy.
Sadie Sink, yes.
Thank you. She is phenomenal. I want to see her in
She
more
should have
stuff.
been nominated. I was talking to my sister about that before we went to the Lord concert, and she said that Sadie should have been nominated, and I could not agree with her more. Sadie should have
I
been
totally
nominated.
agree. She should get nominated for Best Supporting Actress, but that other actress did, and I think she deserved it as well. She was great in the film. So
Both
yeah,
actors.
anyway, dragging on with The Whale. We still got more things to talk about. Just saying The Whale is a great heavy drama film. It's a great father and daughter movie. But it's also a movie that you need to prepare yourself for watching because it makes you scared about health and food and stuff. But you really feel for Brendan Fraser in this movie, and yeah, it's a freaking great film. But it's a film I wouldn't watch again though. It's very disturbingly emotionally, but it's still a fantastic film nonetheless. So The Whale's on my number 10. So number 9, take it away, Declan.
It's a it's a Noah Baumbach film. I don't know if I said that right, but White Noise.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Quiet Noise.
It's not the best Noah Baumbach film, and it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. But I liked it for what it is, and some good laughs here and there, and Adam Driver and Greta Gerwig do a really good job in that movie.
Yeah, I didn't even know that film existed. I love Adam Driver as an actor.
Yeah, you didn't know it existed. You can just head onto Netflix and watch it right after we're done.
Well, after we've done this video, I'll check it out. I do like
Yeah,
Driver as an actor.
yeah, yeah, and there were some pretty good loves here and there.
Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah, so yeah, I liked it.
that's good. God, so far I'm like, there's some I haven't seen yet. It's
Yeah,
awesome. My
please don't
number.
stop. Okay.
Wait, what?
Sorry, my dog's here, and oh
Oh,
god,
it's all good. It's all good. He can be in the video if he wants to. Um, my number 9. I think this is one of the most underrated romance films of all time. It is The Spectacular Now. It stars Miles Teller. Have you seen that, Declan? Spectacular Now.
I think I watched it once years ago. and I don't really remember much from it.
Well, it's with Miles Teller, Shailene Woodley. They have such an excellent chemistry with one another. I think this is one of the most realistic romance films in terms of the dialogue. I thought the dialogue is fantastic in the movie. I love their chemistry in the film. And man, Shailene Woodley without makeup, she still looks freaking attractive.
I haven't seen her in so long. She's really a great actress.
I know. I haven't seen her in a movie in a long time. Like, I think she's an underrated actress. I thought she acted in a lot of movies well. Like, yeah, even
like
the Divergent movies, I'm not a huge fan of. She was definitely the best part of those
I
movies.
like the Divergent films.
I didn't like the first one. I think the first one I could watch the first one. It's pretty watchable.
Wait,
But yeah, I think it's even the first film that I seen Miles Teller in before Whiplash, and I think Miles Teller is also a great actor, and I thought he does a great job in
oh
this.
yeah, right. I can't remember the first film I saw him in, but whatever it was, he did a great job.
Oh no, it wasn't Spectacular Now. It was Footloose. It was that Footloose remake.
Wait, Miles Teller was in the Footloose remake?
Yeah. He plays that guy that couldn't dance in the remake. I think
I saw that when I was 11 with my sister, and I don't even remember him being in it.
yeah, that's the first time I saw Miles Teller, and then like I saw Spectacular Now, I'm like, oh, it's a guy from Footloose remake.
So I guess Footloose was the first movie I saw him in.
I guess so, but definitely the Spectacular Now is a movie where I'm seeing Miles Teller. I'm like, okay, he's definitely going to have a bright future ahead of him. He's such a great actor. Anyway, the Spectacular Now, great romance film. It's a beautiful film, and I highly recommend checking it out. So that's my number 9. So number 8.
Mine, Jeff.
I love Jeff. Great dog.
He doesn't like it when people are on his laptop. So, yeah.
More views.
Yeah, just look at this cute dog for views.
He's like, let me choose my A24 film. God damn it. I should bring Gus into it too, but Gus is not here. Anyway, all right, Declan, what's your number 8?
Hold on. He doesn't like it when people are on their laptops. That's
He doesn't play an A24 film while your dog just freaking bites your arm off.
seriously, boy, stop. I'm trying to hug him, which for some reason calms him down. So
just go along with it. Anyway, number 8.
So anyway, moving on to my number 8. It was in your honorable mentions, and Tis Room.
Nice. Good mention.
I really liked Room. Brie Larson does such an amazing job, and her performance is amazing in that film. And the sad part is it's actually inspired by I think it might be inspired by a real life story.
Oh damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, which it's based on a book, I'm pretty sure, and I think, and I might be wrong, but from what I heard, the book is actually based on a really horrible story.
Damn. Now I'm just picturing in my head, I'm like, oh my god, what these people go through. That's terrible.
Yeah, so
she deserves that award for Best Actress, definitely.
oh god, yes.
Before she was
She
Captain
does.
Marvel. She was also in Spectacular Now, I just noticed. Yes, she was.
Oh, she was.
She was
She was also in the Scott Pilgrim movie.
Oh my god, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Best movie
Yeah,
ever.
as one of the exes.
Oh, I know. What is with her playing exes?
I don't know, but yeah, even the actor who plays her son in that film, I forgot his name. He also does.
Oh, Jacob
quite...
Tremblay. Yeah.
Yeah.
At first, when I saw that film, I thought he was a girl. Just the way he looked at him, and then they know his son's name. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's never had a haircut, and they were trapped for 7 years.
Yeah, I know. It's just I didn't notice. No, but Jacob Tremblay is such a great actor. So that I think it's his first. Yeah, it's his first film.
Yeah, and he also puts on a great performance as well.
So adorable. He's like one of the most adorable kid actors I've seen.
I know, yeah, and I think that Jacob Tremblay should also have been nominated.
I agree. I agree. He should have been.
But Brie Larson, despite all the controversy she's been in, I still like her. And I still think she's a great actress.
I agree. Like when she was Captain Marvel, I'm like, she's okay. But before that, I'm like, she is a great actress. Like Room is definitely one of her best performances in my personal opinion.
I mean, I mean, look, her performance in Captain Marvel could have been better, but I still really liked it. She's doing like her own take. She's doing her own thing with the role, and if it's accurate to the comics, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, that's fine. Just prove me wrong in the Marvels. Prove me wrong. Everyone's like doing a meme saying she smiles in the Marvels trailer.
Yeah,
I don't know. People doing stupid
that's
shit.
what people are up bothered by.
Like I know Captain Marvel's supposed to be emotionless in the comics, but anyway, doesn't bother me. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
My number 8. I think this movie is very underrated. I don't know if you've seen this movie, Lock, with Tom Hardy.
Oh, yes. Look, it's a good one.
Very good movie. The whole
Yeah,
movie. Now, the concept alone, this could have been one of the most boring movies ever, where it takes place Tom Hardy in a car doing phone calls. And the dialogue in Lock, I remember seeing it. In the first 10 minutes, I was already invested. I was already invested. And I think, in my opinion, this is one of Tom Hardy's best performances. Like, besides him as Ben in The Dark Knight Rises and Venom, like, without the comic book performances, I would say, from performance wise, I think Lock is definitely one of his best performances. He is so
and
fantastic in the film.
yeah, and Tom Hardy is always a win.
He's always a win. He's always a win. Every time Tom Hardy's in a film, I'll say he's such a talented actor.
I feel like and I feel like he doesn't get enough credit for playing Max Rokitansky in the last Mad Max film.
I think he was great as Max.
Yeah,
Honestly,
he did amazing as Max Rokitansky.
yeah, he's a great. I like how you say his full name. That's such a good attention to detail.
Yeah,
I just
and
call him
Locke,
Mad Max.
yeah, and Locke just further shows his acting abilities and his range as an actor as well.
The accent works. Some people didn't like the accent he puts out. I love the accent. It sounds realistic to me.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, I thought he does a great job. It's sort of like a whale in a way, not like one only. It's very emotional. It's very deep. The things that the phone call, the situations, like the twist
Hold
in the
up.
film, it was
Sorry,
fantastic.
my dog is barking at something. I've got to stop him.
All right, all good.
One eternity later.
Okay,
We're good. Sorry about that.
don't worry, don't worry. You're so good. Anyway, yeah, I think the phone calls, like the phone calls, you don't expect like what phone call it is because the trailer doesn't show anything. But like the reveals and stuff is I wasn't expecting it at all, and I was just like, oh my, holy shit! Like it's so revolutionary, it's so fantastic, and I think like the story of the film again, it could have been boring as shit, but the dialogue is so great for that 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it definitely deserves a win, and I think people should see this movie more. Like I don't think people talk about this film as much anymore. I think Lock is a fantastic film overall. So
Yeah.
yeah, what were you saying, Declan?
I was just saying, yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. All right, number 7. Declan, take it away.
Number 7 is with the Batman and the Green Goblin, The Lighthouse.
Oh my god, that's my number 7 too. We got the same picks. All right, you can explain it first.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe. How can you go wrong? Both do an amazing job in that film, and the film has a very well-deserved Oscar nomination for best cinematography.
Oh, absolutely. Just Robert Eggers. He is, in my opinion, one of the best directors in a long time. He's just such a great director.
Yeah, for sure.
He's so good. Like again, like Willem Dafoe, he's so good in this movie. Like I love when he plays crazy roles. I love when he plays crazy roles. He has that crazy ass look on his face.
I
Like,
know.
he's so
And
good.
that one part and that one scene where him and Robert Pattinson are arguing about Willem Dafoe's cooking, and by the end,
Oh my
Pat
God.
just goes, "All right, I like your cooking."
Oh my God. Even this movie makes me afraid of seagulls for some reason.
And that part with the mermaid.
Oh my God, it's so well done. Even again, like with Good Time, like it proves that Ron Pattinson is a great actor, and I thought he's
Yeah, and it proves
fantastic in the
that
film.
he has great range.
Yeah, very good range. Very, very good range. That's awesome. We got the same pick. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna freaking happen for at least one movie. That's also, yeah, I need to get that film on 4K Lighthouse because I reckon it will look fantastic.
I don't think the film is on 4K, unfortunately.
I'll go on normal Blu-ray because it's such a great film. All right, so number 6, Declan again.
My number 6 is Moonlight.
You gotta be fucking kidding me!
I
I
really like that movie. It's such a great coming of age story, and an amazing performance from Mahershala Ali.
You're not gonna believe this, Declan. That's my number 6 as well.
Oh my God, I love that.
We're agreeing on something. Yeah, you can explain.
Yeah, and also another well-deserved Oscar nomination for best cinematography as well. And the look of the movie is just beautiful, and the colors as well, and just an amazing performance from the whole cast. And let's also not forget that this was also a historic Oscar as well, since it somehow beat out La La Land for Best Picture.
Okay, honestly, I think La La Land should have won, but I still think Moonlight is a great film and definitely
I
deserves.
love La La Land, and I do agree with you. It should have won, but Moonlight also deserved it.
Yeah,
Plus, yeah, and it's just a great coming of age story, and just a great LGBTQ film.
I love that it explains like 3 different like lives of one character. It's just really well done. Like each actor life.
Him as a kid, a teenager, and as an adult.
Yeah, and also Naomi Harris. She definitely deserves it.
Oh yeah, she does amazing in that film.
Best performance I have seen her. She is so good in the movie. Okay, now we're up to the top 5. So let's hope we don't have the same one for number 5. Actually, you won't because that's on honorable mentions for mine. So okay, that's good. Let's go number 5.
Okay, number 5 is, you know, that guy who goes number 15. I was trying to sound like that, but anyway, number 5, The Disaster Artist.
Nice, very good.
But yeah, I love The Disaster Artist. Not really a fan of James Franco anymore, but he kills it as Tommy Wiseau in that movie.
Yeah, that movie's actually on my list, but it's a bit higher. But anyway,
And the fact that they showed the process of filming that infamous "I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not."
that took so many takes.
I know that's my favorite part of the film.
I hit her.
And I know he just walks out of that door and goes, "I hit her," and it's like line. What is a line? "I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not." Oh, hi, Mark. And the fact that Mark actually gave him a fucking bottle of water, I just lost it. And they finally showed that infamous scene.
You make me want to watch that film again today. I'm gonna watch this film after this video.
I know, and Dave Franco as Greg Sestero was just amazing casting. He did amazing in
I think
that
it's the
role.
best performance by Dave Franco. I think Dave Franco is an underrated actor.
I would agree with you.
Very underrated.
Yeah, and yet in the ending credits, where they show a comparison of the scenes they recreated for the movie and from the room itself, was just amazing. And the part where where they show a comparison of the scene where he goes, "You're tearing me apart, Lisa." That was just amazing to watch. I loved everything about that film.
I got more to say when I say my pick, but oh my god.
Oh man, I wish I put that a lot higher on my list now that I think about it.
I was expecting it to be higher on your list. I was expecting it.
God damn, I wish I put that at number 2 now. Shit, it's too late to change it now. Fuck.
It's alright, at least it's on your list.
God damn, I want that at number 2 now. Fuck me.
I'm fucking curious what's higher than Disaster Artist on your list. Anyway.
I just want to say it's at number 2 because I wish it was.
Well, too late now.
God damn.
And it's on your list. Alright, my number 5 goes to a movie that's in Declan's honorable mentions, Ex Machina.
Nice one.
Very good film. I think this is one of the most unique artificial intelligence movies I have seen. Just Domhnall Gleeson is fantastic in the film. Oscar Isaac, I think this is one of his most underrated performances. He's so good in this movie.
Oh yes, Oscar Isaac doesn't get enough appreciation, man.
No, like I think his most underrated performance is this movie and Moon Knight. I thought he was fantastic in Moon Knight.
I haven't seen Moon Knight.
That's a great show. Check it out. It doesn't feel like an MCU show at all. It doesn't. It's so good. And also Alicia Vikander, like she is so fantastic in this film. And
Oh, I love her. She hasn't been in much recently.
I know. That's what I was about to say. She hasn't been doing anything in a long time, like since Tomb Raider, the last film I saw her in, which I thought she was great as Lara Croft. She has.
Yeah, and
she looks like her from the games, which.
Yeah, and her performance from The Danish Girl was so good, and I think she won an Oscar for that role, and she more than deserved that Oscar for The Danish Girl.
But definitely Ex Machina is one of her best performances. She is so good in the movie. The film is very intense. It's thrilling. It's so original. I love the screenplay of this film. Alex Garland is the one who directed this, I think. Let me just make sure it's Alex Garland, so I don't fuck up. Yeah, Alex Garland. Yeah, Alex Garland does a really great job directing this film, and I think this is one of the most underrated science fiction films I've seen. Science fiction thriller films. So. Ex Machina, check it out if you haven't seen it. That's definitely on my number 5. Now, number 4. Take it away.
Now, this number 4 won Best Picture at this year's Oscars, and very deservedly so. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
That's my number 4 3 times in a fucking row. That's my number 4 too. Woohoo!
Oh my god, I love that so much. But yeah, Michelle Yeoh, I keep forgetting the other guy's name.
Short Round. I just call him Short Round.
Oh yeah, why not? And the person who plays his daughter and Jamie Lee Curtis all do such an amazing job.
Oh, that film was fantastic. I think it's one of the best original films that I have seen, honestly.
I know. I first saw this movie a couple months ago when I was working on an independent feature film, and that very morning we didn't wrap until 7 a.m. in the morning, and I barely had any sleep, so I was so sleep deprived, but it was worth it.
Oh, that movie, man. I walked out of the movie so speechless. Like, I'm like, this is the movie that we need.
I know. Like, I got emotional towards the end.
Oh, the ending was so good. I would even say, like, a lot of people are saying this, I agree with them. This is the much better version of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I absolutely agree with that.
Sure.
Like, I agree with you. Michelle Yeoh deserves that Best Actress win, honestly. She is so good.
Yeah, very much so. And Jamie Lee and Short Round and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Absolutely. Like, 3 actor Oscars in a row. That's awesome. That's so
Yeah. Yeah, and I also think that the actor who plays her daughter also deserves an Oscar, along with Jamie Lee Curtis. Both deserved Oscars.
James freaking Wong, man, deserves an Oscar for that movie. He is so good in that movie. Okay, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Another movie in the same picks. All right, number 3. I swear to God, if we get the same picks 3 times more times in a row, it'll be funny. All right, number 3.
I mean, unless unless your number 3 is the whale.
Oh, thank God. Thank God, it's all right. The Whale. Wow, I'm surprised that's pretty high on your list.
I really loved the whale. Brendan Fraser just does such an amazing performance, and he more than deserved his Oscar. I mean, that's the film that basically started the Renaissance.
Oh, absolutely. Like, damn,
And
Fraser deserves it.
it has to be by far the best comeback I've seen in Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, Darren Aronofsky does such a great job in that film. And Brendan Fraser winning his Oscar makes me want to watch the movie again, but at the same time, I don't know if I can watch it again.
It's one of those movies you have to be ready for, like, honestly. And I bet you Beau Is Afraid is going to be the exact same thing.
Yeah, and God, I just can't praise The Whale enough. Brendan Fraser just did too good a job. And the fact that he won an Oscar alongside his co-star from Encino Man, it was just so wholesome.
It's just so wholesome. I agree with you. It's man, that movie scares me in a way. I feel like it's a good horror film because it's how realistic it is. Because of like,
I just got emotional watching that movie.
uh, I
And
honestly, I knew he was going to win, but he definitely deserves it. He deserves that win.
yeah. And Sadie Sink, I feel like doesn't get enough praise and credit for that film because, like I said, she deserved to be nominated for that movie.
She is so fantastic. Like, I want to see her in more stuff. Honestly, more films besides Stranger Things.
Yeah, same.
Like, what is with her like playing rebels? Like, she was that in Stranger Things, and she's that in The Whale.
I don't know, but God, Sadie Sink was brutal to Brendan Fraser in that film.
But I don't blame her.
But she did such a great job. And Brendan Fraser's character, in my opinion, is such a well-written character, and he knows he's done wrong. He knows he's done wrong by both his wife and his daughter, and he's really determined to reconnect with
Yeah,
his daughter.
I agree. I think The Whale is. I think it's a bright movie of a man trying to make things right in his life.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because he's a heavily flawed character, and he knows he's done wrong by his ex-wife and by his daughter, and he's really determined to reconnect with his daughter.
Yeah, it's just really well written. Like, I was literally crying towards
Yeah.
the end.
I know, I was emotional, and Brendan Fraser just does such a perfect job in that film.
I absolutely agree with that. Anyway, my number 3 is probably one of my favorite horror films of the last decade, and that is The Witch. The Witch is, I think it was probably, I don't know if it's the first film Robert Eggers directed. I think it is.
It is.
Yeah, and he directed that film so well. And I think it's the first film that I discovered Anya Taylor-Joy as an actress, and she is just fantastic in the film.
Mm.
I do love folktale films because I just find them so fascinating and interesting. And I think The Witch, it's scary for all different reasons. It's not scary because of jump scares or anything. There's none of that in the film. It's all about the scenery. It's about the atmosphere of it. It's creepy, and there's a lot of dark shit that happens in the film. Even the end. The end, I was so intense throughout it. And I think Robert Eggers, for his first film, I think he does a terrific job directing it. And man, that film was so icky to watch, but it's different for The Whale to me. I would rewatch this film a lot because it does a really great job of keeping us attention with the film. Have you seen The Witch, Declan, by the way?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I can tell why, because you're not responding like, oh shit. Nah. You should check it out, Declan. It's a very good film. Even if like Declan's not really much of a horror fan, but I reckon it's a really good film. You have to check that film out. So good. All right, number 2. Take it away.
Now, the film that's in my number 2, I wish I'd had The Disaster Artist at, but but also I do really like this film, and it is Midsummer.
Yeah, definitely. I think Disaster
Flor-
Artist should have been there.
Florence Pugh, as always, does such an amazing job, and she's like my celebrity crush. I love Florence Pugh.
I would say she's the best part of the film, but honestly, I just find the film very overrated. In my
But
opinion.
yeah, and I think Florence Pugh should have been nominated for that film. She does such an amazing job, and you can never go wrong with her. And yeah, and yeah, I'll watch practically anything with her, to be honest.
Yeah, I think she's very talented. Like, I cannot wait to see her in Dune Part 2 this year.
I know.
She's
As
going to be phenomenal.
I know she's gonna do so good in it. I can't wait to see her in
Well, yeah.
that film.
Well, guess what, Declan? The Disaster Artist is on my number 2. Woohoo!
Uh-huh.
The Disaster Artist. Yeah, basically most things that Declan says about that movie. But I would say for James Franco, his directorial debut, I think he directs a Disaster Artist very, very well, and I think this is one of his best performances, in my opinion, of all time, as Tommy Wiseau. My God, there's so many iconic scenes in this movie that I would say it's one of the most iconic scenes for a while. Like, of course, with the "I did not hit her," the 1,000 takes scene, it's just amazing. Also,
I know.
also
That's
also that "What a Story" mark scene is just hilarious.
what a story!
Story
What
mark,
a story, Mark.
not even funny.
I know the film's unintentionally hilarious to watch.
It makes you wish, like, you can go inside Tommy Wiseau's brain and you see, like, what the hell is he thinking with that scene? And even
I know.
even the sex scene is hilarious. It's like, why is he having sex with her belly button? He knows where her vagina is.
Oh, I love that.
That scene cracks me up every time. There's so many great scenes in the movie. But I think what's very underrated about the Disaster Artist is that, in a weird way, you do feel for Tommy Wiseau and Greg in the film. Like, you kind of root for them to make a great film, but you know the film is going to be endlessly terrible. And I think The Room is a right representation of what a guilty pleasure is all about. Movies that are so bad that it's just a lot of fun to watch. And just the movie about making The Room, when I first saw the trailer, I'm like, I'm excited for this film. I'm excited to see how they're going to do that, because I think that's the most random shit I've ever seen. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to check it out, because The Room, of course, The Room I grew up with. I remember showing it to my dad. He was killing himself laughing every single scene in the movie. There you go. Keep the change. Hi, doggy.
That dog wasn't. I heard that dog wasn't even meant to be there. It was just there on set, and Tommy Wiseau just rolled with it.
I love it. Best improv ever. And also the end credit scene is just one of the best end credit scenes ever.
Oh yeah,
real Tommy Wiseau is just amazing.
I know, just interacting with James Franco as Tommy Wiseau.
It's just, that's like movie gold right there. But yeah, James Franco is great in the film. Dave Franco, I agree with you. I think he does a great job, as well as Greg. Seth Rogen's also really good in the film. Like, even little performances by Josh Hutcherson, I thought he does a great job. Zac Efron cracks me up in that film. He's like, "Shit, motherfucker!"
God. Zac Efron as Chris
monster.
Moore is just the best. Give me your fucking money, Danny. Just give me 5 minutes. I don't have 5 fucking minutes.
Wow, you're like Monster. I'm flopping that line so hard. And even Josh Hutcherson, I'm like, oh, Josh Hutcherson, where's he been? I think he does look a bit like Danny in the film. I think they really nail the lookalikes. But anyway, moving on, The Disaster Artist. I love that film so much, and the more times you explain Declan, I'm going to see that film today. The Disaster Artist. I love that film so freaking much. All right, here we go. Our favorite A24 film of all freaking time. Now, here we go, Declan. Drum roll.
Now, my number 1 is Lady Bird.
Woo! Wow, that's good. That's on my mentions, shamefully.
I know, Greta Gerwig's directorial debut, and she does an amazing job. Greta Gerwig, even though only 2 of her films, she's done only 2 films, Barbie, which
I was about to say, I'm excited for that film.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see, actually. And yeah, she always does an amazing. Greta Gerwig always does an amazing job with her films, and it's just a a really great coming of age story. And you have Saoirse Ronan in that film, who I think was nominated an Oscar, and I feel like should have won. She did an amazing job in that film,
I
and
agree.
also you have Timothy Chalamet in that movie as well.
That's when I first discovered him as an actor. Oh no, it was Interstellar actually.
Yes, Interstellar.
It was Interstellar, but
I actually didn't know until my first year of film school that Timothy Chalamet was in that film. I'm not gonna lie.
he was young in that. He was very young.
I know.
I
And
can't.
God,
I cannot wait to see him doing part 2, and even that Willy Wonka movie. I'm curious to see how he's going to play Wonka.
yeah, same. And God, it's just a great coming of age story. And Greta Gerwig, even though it's her first film, she really does a great job with that film. And Saoirse Ronan always does amazing. And I'm a really big fan of Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah, I think she's a terrific actress. Like most of her films I really like from her.
Yeah, I watched that film a couple of times when I was on Netflix.
It's a great film. I think it's probably one of the better coming of
It
age.
really is a great film.
It's very good. My number one, this film, I literally watched this film last night to make sure it stays on this number one. This film, man, I love this film so much. It's probably one of my favorite. I would say it's one of the best movies so far in the last decade. I wouldn't say my number one, but it's definitely on that list somewhere. And that is Uncut Gems.
Ah,
Uncut Gems is a fantastic film. Adam Sandler, he
he
can
should have been
freaking act.
nominated.
I know, he should have been
He should
nominated
have
for
been
Best
nominated
Actor.
for that movie, man.
This is one of the best performances I've ever seen him did. The film, I think what the film does a really great job at is making you feel freaking stressed at the end of it. I remember the first time I saw it, I felt like
I
I had anxiety watching that film. It's just so well done. There's a lot of over talking in the film where people talk over each other, and it's one of those things where you feel so intense throughout because I'm one of those people that hate when people talk like after I talk. So I felt very intense by it in the film, and just every single scene in the movie, I was on the edge of my seat just from the dialogue alone, and the stuff that Adam Sandler goes through in the film, like all the bets and scams that he does. It's just really intense, and the ending. I think the ending is one of the most intense endings that I've ever seen in the movie. I was literally on the edge of my seat. Idina Menzel is also fantastic in the film. And also, what's that actress's name? I gotta find her name.
actually don't know.
That Julia Fox.
Julia Fox, yes.
Freaking fantastic, and it's so hard to believe this is her first movie because she's
Yeah, I know. She
acts in the
she did
film.
so good in that movie.
Because the way she acts in the film, I'm like, she is probably very experienced. For her first film, it's incredible. And the Safdie brothers, probably one of the best directors in A24, in my personal opinion. Like,
Yeah. One of them is in Oppenheimer.
yeah, it's just Good Time was
Yeah,
fantastic. But Uncut Gems is definitely their best film. And
for sure.
I'm so after that film, I am so happy for Adam Sandler. I was so happy for him. I think he should do more roles like this, more serious roles. No more
Oh
happy,
God, yeah.
no more Happy Madison stuff. Like I think he should stick with serious roles. Even the film last year, that he did, that sports movie, I forgot what it's freaking called.
Hustle.
Hustle. That's a great film as well, and I thought he does a great job in that film as well. But definitely Uncut Gems. If I could pick like the best Adam Sandler performance in general, this movie absolutely. He just does a great job in the film. And I was so happy rewatching that film last night. I'm like, yep, this is why I love A24. I love their originality. I love their dialogues and stuff. And Uncut Gems shows a bright example of why A24 is probably one of my favorite production companies. Because they can make something original and different. And it kind of brings movies back again. And Uncut Gems really shows that for me. And I really love that film. And that's why Uncut Gems is probably my favorite A24 film of all freaking time. There we have it. There we have it, guys. These are our top 10 A24 films of all time. And yep, we're excited to see Beau Is Afraid this Saturday. We're going to see it this Saturday. Let's hope it's good. because I didn't like Midsummer, so let's talk about like Beau Is Afraid.
I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I think Ari Aster is a good director. I think he does cinematography very, very well in his films, and I liked Hereditary. I don't think it's the best horror film ever made, like a lot of people say. I disagree with that completely, but I think it's a great film nonetheless. So, let us know in the comments below, what are your favorite A24 films of all time? And Jeff is just in time for the epilogue.
We're just playing fetch.
Yeah. Play fetch. Ooh, A24. Good idea for a movie. Play fetch. Anyway, so make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contact with me, and also make sure you guys subscribe to my channel for my latest movie reviews and movie related content. And also, we got another top 10 list that we're going to be doing tomorrow. Well, top 5 technically that we're doing tomorrow. That's going to be pretty interesting, with also Declan coming back and Jeremy coming in this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and you want to do this with me, Declan? After you throw the fish.
Sure.
You remember how you do it? Yeah. I'm waiting for you. We do it at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Have a nice day.